Hey, my partner, he want to see that product.
When he talking?
My name is Jeff. Es jefe, man.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, Jen?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Me too. Me too. It's been a
Yes,
long
good
time
evening,
since we've gotten
everyone.
to do a roast, so
Yes,
I'm
we've been very busy. So the roasts have been kind of put on the back burner. But we are doing Prince Andrew's roast tonight because we have to watch this interview for research anyway. So we figured we'd just kill two birds with one stone.
exactly because look, let's be honest, we're going to watch it anyway, and when we're watching it, we're going to make fun of it. So we might as
Of
well
course.
make fun of it with you guys.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Please come on in. Come on in. Thank you for joining us here on our sister channel.
Yes,
Thanks
thank you,
for
everybody.
finding us. Be sure to subscribe. We will be cross streaming back and forth on the main channel right now. The main focus will be the Kurt Cobain case. So a lot of our roasts and case discussions we'll be doing over here on this channel, where Jen has been such a amazing host. Ew, I
Aw,
heard myself.
it's me because I turned my tablet went on. Sorry, it's my
can't.
bad. I thought I had it. I thought I had the sound on my tablet muted. Alice, what you know about that?
Yeah,
You're looking
Alice,
awful guilty, ma'am.
that cat gets in a lot of trouble.
She does all the things all the
All
time.
right. So let me begin by kind of introducing No Sweat Andy a little bit by sharing a photo. Okay, so this is the reason why we're interested in good old Andy. This is Prince Andrew and Courtney Love, and they are hanging out at Courtney Love's apartment in California, or house, whatever she had at the time. But anyways, so Prince Andrew, as you may or may not know, is one of Jeffrey Epstein's BFFs back in the day. And Andrew was also known as the Party Prince, and he has been named as one of the perpetrators of abuse to minors during Epstein's prime time, along with a long list of other very, very big names. So naturally, it piqued our curiosity as to why our good old friend Miss Love found herself in the royal company.
Yes,
So
that's a long way from punk rock, ma'am. Well, I mean American punk rock, because obviously it makes sense if she were British.
Yeah,
But
I mean, she has this weird, she has this obsession with Great Britain. Apparently people like her there, so she loves it. She gets good press over there, and yeah. So
yeah,
it's just natural that the prince is at Courtney Love's house. Just another day in Hollywood.
yeah. I'm, what are you doing tonight? Oh, hanging with the prince, that old chestnut.
Yeah. So that's that's what we want to focus on. Hold on, let me just make sure that I would like to invite our friends from the Kurt Cobain
Oh, yes.
research group. Hey. Oh, sorry. did it. All right. So Prince Andrew was caught up with Mr. Epstein several times. There's all kinds of juicy footage of him where he apparently likes to be photographed in very compromising situations and positions.
Oh,
So yes, so he's very, very he seems like a party prince for sure. Anyways, once the Epstein thing got heated, and after Epstein's arrest and subsequent death, the best news reporter that I've seen, one of the best anyway, delivers this amazing interview. I mean, brilliant interview where the prince was just, I mean, it's brilliant. So let's just get right to it. How about that? Does that sound okay?
yes, let's just get right to it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Buckingham Palace in highly unusual circumstances. Normally, we'd be discussing your work, your duty. We'll come on to that. But today, you've chosen to speak out for the first time. Why have you decided to talk now?
Because there is no good time to talk about Mr. Epstein and all things associated. We've been talking to Newsnight for about 6 months about doing something around the work that I was doing. And unfortunately, we've just not been able to fit it into either your schedule or my schedule until now. And actually, it's a very good opportunity, and I'm delighted to be able to see you today.
So that was the first lie.
Yeah.
That was the first slew of lies.
We've never been able to fit it into my schedule or your schedule.
Look at the look that he's giving her. He's trying to charm her. Like he's literally sitting there trying to charm this woman.
Exactly. Like he's just,
And she she gave him a little chuckle, like, and here he's thinking, I got her. I got this in the bag.
Yeah, she's going to totally buy all the things that I'm, all of it.
Yeah. So let's see how that goes for good old Andy here. He's not sweating it at this point.
As you say, all of this goes back to your friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. How did you first become friends? How did you meet?
That was like a fine wine.
Those were the days.
Is this a 1996? I heard that was quite the year for trafficking.
Yeah, disgusting.
Well, I met through his girlfriend back in 1999, who and I'd known her since she was at university.
Yes, incriminate her, please do.
And it would be, to some extent, a
talking.
stretch to say that as it were, we were close friends. I mean, we were friends because of other people. And I had a lot of opportunity to go to the United States, but I didn't have much time with him. I suppose I saw him once or twice a year, perhaps maybe maximum of 3 times a year.
Oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this.
If I was in the United States and doing things, and if he wasn't there, he would say, well, why don't you come and use my houses? So I said, that's very kind, thank you very much indeed.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Oh my God.
You're an entire prince, okay? But you got to borrow a house from somebody that you've only hung out with maybe 2 or 3 times, that through a friend of and even the girlfriend you're not that close with. Like, this is criminal behavior 101, right? Deny, distance. I mean, I know her, but I don't know her. I know him, I don't know him. We're not good friends. We hung out sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. But she was ready. She was ready. I mean, she was waiting for him. So I give her props. But the other thing that I want to say, what we really don't know about this story is that Jeffrey Epstein is actually, the rich people Airbnb.
Who knew? The amenity. I mean, Epstein is.
He's a super host.
I mean, he's got the hospitality market covered. Like he's an Airbnb. He loans you a jet.
An island.
Lord.
But it would be a considerable stretch to say that he was a very, very close friend. But he had the most extraordinary ability to bring extraordinary people together. And that's the bit that I remember, is going to the dinner parties where you would meet academics, politicians, people from the United Nations. I mean, it was a
minors.
It was a
minors, other scumbags.
Of what I would describe as U.S. Eminence.
Was that his appeal then? Was that what you? Because you
I mean, he got to meet Courtney Love. It's worth it.
Who couldn't pass that up?
It's worth it. Totally.
I mean, you're a whole ass prince, and this is you could meet anybody that you wanted, right? As a prince, any celebrity that you wanted. But I mean, of course, right at the top of the list, it's got to be Courtney. I mean, how could it not be?
Absolutely.
I mean, how fun could she be nodding into the soup? I mean,
Yeah.
Perceived by the public as being the party prince.
Oh,
was that
me?
I think that's also a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
There are other princes that partied harder than me. I mean, come on.
I don't know why I've.
Have you seen The Prince of Narnia?
I mean, are we talking about Prince like partying like it's 1999? Are we talking about the song here? I mean, come on.
Right?
Prince Andrew. You Lord.
He's a whole ass lie.
He is a whole ass lie already. And he's answering the word. His mouth is saying yes, but his head is shaking no.
Yeah, like his mouth and his ass don't match.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Let's keep him rolling.
I've collected that title because I never have really partied. I was single for quite a long time, in the early 80s. But then after I got married, I was very happy.
Why you're shaking your head no?
I've never really felt the need to go and
party.
And certainly going to Jeffrey's was not about partying.
Never.
Absolutely.
Oh, it was not
You said
about
you were
partying.
very good friends, but would you?
Hold on, wait a minute. When he says that he doesn't really ever party, what he really means is this.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like an academic debate right there. That looks like you're having a scholarly discussion about the state of affairs and why are we here, and
Absolutely.
all those really cerebral conversations that you have. And the fact that you're holding her head like that means that you're really intensely expressing your opinion, and you just want her to hear you and hear you well.
Exactly. I mean, he has taken all of the advice of what's his name, our dear apostle. All of the advice.
I feel like he is definitely attended the school. I really do.
Him as a good friend. Did you trust him?
Yes, I think I probably did. But
yeah, until I saw that black book. And then I was
I don't go into a friendship looking for the wrong thing, if you understand what I mean. I mean, I'm an engaging person. I want to be able to engage.
I get what he's saying. Listen,
he's very engaging.
What he's saying is, I'm a likable guy. It isn't my fault people like me. And certainly when you're a likable guy, you're going to attract all types of people. It's not my fault that this particular person who likes me and who wanted to get to know me
Mm-hmm.
is Jeffrey Epstein, and that he procures minors for adults. It's not my fault. Like, it's situational. It's a wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. Over
Absolutely.
and over and over. I would just say to myself, Andrew, how did you find yourself here? This is a mess.
Andrew. Mm-hmm.
Find out. I want to learn. And so you have to remember that I was transitioning out of the Navy at the time. And in the transition, I wanted to find out more about what was going on, because in the Navy,
He's about to drop some knowledge on us.
Because you're out at sea the whole time. And I was going to become the Special Representative for International Trade and Investment.
I'm so important. So
the best person to get to know is Jeffrey Epstein, because he's a mover and a shaker in the international trades industry. He moved some money around from some rich guys and got lucky on some stocks. You're going to him for business advice or business acumen? That's right, Stella. That's right.
Yeah, she said.
And so that was another reason for going there. And the opportunities that I had to go to Wall Street and other places to learn whilst I was there were absolutely vital.
He was your guest as well. In 2000, Epstein was a guest at Windsor Castle and at Sandringham. He was brought right into the heart of the royal family at your invitation.
But certainly at my invitation, not at the royal family's invitation. But remember that it was his girlfriend that was the key element in this. He was the, as it were,
so you were hanging out with another dude's girlfriend. Please explain to me how that makes you better. How is this better?
He's just making sure that he incriminates
Ghislaine.
Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine,
as much as possible. You have to remember, it was her. Epstein was just sort of kind of like a plus one.
Yeah. That's what it was.
A birthday party for Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, at Sandringham.
No, it was a shooting weekend.
A shooting weekend.
Just a straightforward.
So, no, we're not on boats and hoes. It's guns and hoes. Okay. All right. That's better. That's better.
Just a couple of pimps, no hoes.
Just pimps talking about pimp things.
Yes.
Forward shooting weekend.
But during these times that he was a guest at Windsor Castle, at Sandringham, the shooting weekend, we now know that he was and had been procuring young girls for sex trafficking.
We now know that. At the time, there was no indication to me.
Okay.
I have no inclination about where the minors were at.
Here's the thing about that. You think that the royal family, and I can't remember what they call that. The people that look into everything for them, right? The people that are their handlers, right? And what they call the royal family as a system. Meghan Markle said what it was, and I can't remember what it was now. But anyway, I digress. That's not important. You're telling me that the security and intelligence that protects you, Prince Andrew, as being a member of the royal family, didn't take a peek into Epstein and just see who he runs with? I mean, they didn't give you a hint that this may be not a good idea? Why are you lying, liar?
Or anybody else, that was what he was doing. And certainly, when I saw him either in the United States Well, no, when I saw him in the United States, or when I was staying in his houses in the United States, there was no indication, absolutely no indication. And
So apparently we're live on both channels. I don't I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how that happened either.
But when I commented to Ali79's comment, it commented as both channels.
We're fancy.
Yeah, okay. So let's just keep going.
Okay.
Fancy schmancy.
if there was, you have to remember that at the time, I was patron of the NSPCC's Full Stop campaign, so I was close up with what was going on in those time about getting rid of abuse to children. So I knew what the things were to look for, but I never saw them.
What? Like who told him to go do this interview?
I don't know, but whoever it was should absolutely be fired.
Who advised him? Who advised him?
You sound like what are you, an owl today? Who? Who advised him? Who suggested this? Who?
Look because what? Like he just said that he was what? The advisor on some sort of thing about child abuse. Wait, let's rewind that a little bit.
Yes, please rewind.
Because you confuse me, Andy.
I think that's his intent.
It was close up with what was going on in those time about getting rid of abuse to children. So I knew what the things were to look for, but I never saw them.
So you would have made that connection because you
Wait a minute. You were close up, hands-on, involved in this, but you can't even really articulate properly exactly what it was that you did. You're fumbling around all of that. So what I think happened is that, yeah, he may have been on that.
There's his hands-on experience, Jen.
Right, exactly. There you go. Like he was appointed on that committee or whatever he just called it. Okay. But he no-showed clearly on training day, because I don't see how a man that is at this age in this picture can't tell that girl is clearly very, very young. I would be asking for IDs if I was the prince. I would be like, all of y'all.
Obviously that wasn't in his interest. Clearly. Because, they're just, as it were, the plus one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep listening to his.
With him, you were a visitor, a guest on many occasions at his homes, and nothing struck you as suspicious.
He's mad.
Nothing.
Look at him shaking his head.
Just for the record, you've been on his private plane.
Yes.
As Chase Hughes would say, please pay attention to the increase in blink rate. Actually,
You've been to stay on his private island.
Yes.
You've stayed at his home in Palm Beach.
Yes.
You visited Ghislaine Maxwell's house in Belgravia in London.
Yes.
So in 2006, in May.
Oh, you know that this question is about to be when she begins with the specifics.
Here we go.
The specific.
Now we're going to get into the specifics of the shenanigans that you were up to. I'm going to ask you specific and direct questions, Prince Andrew.
As the apostle would say, let's get to the Pacifics.
Yes.
An arrest warrant was issued for Epstein for sexual assault of a minor.
Yes.
In July, he was invited to Windsor Castle to your daughter, Princess Beatrice's 18th birthday. Why would you do that?
Because I was asking Ghislaine.
Oh.
But even so, at the time.
Oh. Yeah. So she's asking him, why the hell would you invite a sex offender to your daughter's 18th birthday party? Oh, because that was just for Ghislaine.
Here's the thing. there are some things that cross the boundaries of friendship, right? I would assume that one of those things would be you cannot bring your sex offender boyfriend or girlfriend as your plus one to my daughter's party or my son's party, to any of my children's parties. Like,
but the 18th birthday party at that, like,
right,
that's
right.
Oh.
But then you have to assume just because Beatrice is 18 doesn't mean that her friends are all 18.
I know, but 18,
you know what I mean?
18 is, like legally or on the paperwork, but that's still a child. And it's Epstein's victim profile, and he exposed his child to a predator willingly and knowingly.
Exactly. And what I'm saying is I'm agreeing with you. Yes, he exposed his own daughter and his daughter's friends, because she probably had friends that were under 18. Not everybody turns 18 in the class at the same time. So that's extra gross.
Oh, absolutely. And listen to just keep listening. Just keep listening, because it keeps getting better.
Okay.
Just wait till he drops his facts on you and tells you where he was during this time in question. Because he has an alibi. So
okay. So
I don't think certainly I wasn't aware when the invitation was issued what was going on in the United States, and I wasn't aware until the media picked up on it, because he never said anything about it.
He never discussed with you the fact that an arrest warrant had been issued.
No.
So he came to that party knowing police were investigating him.
Well, I'm not quite sure whether was it police that were. I don't know. You see, this is the problem.
It was the Palm Beach police at the time.
But I mean, I'm
you
afraid
do too know. We've all watched The Crown.
This was going on in the United States, and I wasn't a party to it, and I knew nothing about it.
In 2008, he was convicted of soliciting and procuring a minor for prostitution. He was jailed. This was your friend. How did you feel about it?
Well, I ceased contact with him after I was aware that he was under investigation, and that was later on in.
All right, Apostle made it.
Yay!
Prince Andrew, graduate of my 18 Gets You 20 Ask Michelle program, held at the Ramada Inn in
Sioux Falls, South Dakota. You're welcome.
We have been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you, because he may have attended, but I hope that he didn't get a diploma or anything. He needs a makeup class, because he didn't get it right this time.
Yeah. Apostle.
Bad news bears, Apostle.
Yeah.
First of all, she asked you how you felt. The correct answer to somebody who isn't guilty, that would say, like what we said, I was disgusted. I was disgusted that I was affiliated with him in any way, shape, or form, even if it was tertiary. I don't want to be associated with somebody who's capable of doing things like that. That's what you say. You don't just start off by saying, well, I distanced myself and cut communication when I realized he was under investigation. That's not how you answer that question.
No, but Nacho Mama joined the stream.
Yay!
I muted her because she was all coughing all up in our ear. I hope she's settled in now.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey!
Hi. Nacho Mama is my sister, so welcome her. She joined us. She's been helping with our Courtney Love investigation, and she's been kind enough to transcribe this interview for us. So thank you.
And I spoke to her yesterday at great length, and we were discussing the West Memphis 3. And she reminded me of some things that I had forgotten or got wrong, and I appreciate that very much.
But I think she's on a delay, so.
Oh, okay.
Fix your.
Well, you're welcome.
See, she's like super late.
How do we? How do we fix that? She's
working on it. All right, let's go.
All right.
2006. And I wasn't in touch with him again until 2010. So it was one of those things that if somebody's going through that sort of thing, well, I'm terribly sorry, I can't be.
So no contact.
No contact.
So then why did you back up with him in 2010? Why were you talking to him in 2010? He was convicted.
He went to go break up with him.
Oh, 4 years later. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, it was
I
a
got
dinner
it.
party.
Yeah. Oh, okay, great. Sound is good. The people in chat, how does Not Your Mama sound? Well, why would you mute? Okay.
When he was serving time, there was no call, no letter, nothing there.
No.
He was released in July. Within months, by December of 2010, you went to stay with him at his New York mansion. Why? Why were you staying with a convicted sex offender?
Right. I have always, ever since this has happened, and since this has become, as it were, public knowledge that I was there, I've questioned myself as to why did I go, what was I doing, and was it the right thing to do? Now, I went there with the sole purpose of saying to him that because he had been convicted, it was inappropriate for us to be seen together. And I had a number of people counsel me in both directions, either to go and see him or not to go and see him. And I took the judgment call that because this was serious, and I felt that doing it over the telephone was the chicken's way of doing it. I had to go and see him and talk to him. And I went to see him.
He had to break up with him in person.
Yeah, isn't that just shocking? Like,
I mean, why? Why would somebody who served time for that why would you? That's not somebody that that's like, that would be like Jeffrey Dahmer, right? I had to go visit him after, after he was, arrested. I just had to see him that one time to say it's over. Like, well, who does that? I think the conviction is, the breakup is implied at that point. I would think if you're, a decent human being, it would be implied for me. I wouldn't be talking to you ever again.
well, it's a little different when he has to go talk to him in person to make sure that they get their stories straight so that one knows what to go with. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hey, Not Your Mama.
Hey, I think I got it figured out.
Oh, yes, you sound perfect. Okay,
Okay.
let's keep going.
All right.
Oh, no, I just went back. Ugh.
Touch with him again until 2010. So
That's okay.
it was one of those things that if somebody's going through that sort of thing, well, I'm terribly sorry, I can't be.
So no contact.
No contact.
When he was serving time, there was no call, no letter, nothing there.
No.
Nope.
He was released in July. Within months, by December of 2010, you went to stay with him at his New York mansion. Why? Why were you staying with a convicted
Oh,
sex
he's
offender?
mad.
Right. I have always, ever since this has happened, and since this has become, as it were, public knowledge that I was there, I've questioned myself as to why.
Oh, he only started to question himself when it became public knowledge.
I see. Not when you knew about it, but when the rest of the world knew about it.
Yes.
That's okay. All right. Well, and what's going on with his tie there? Why is it so? Look at it. It's all kinds of askew.
Because his body keeps twisting around. His head and shoulders are going to end up on the floor eventually.
Ooh, when does that happen? I want to see his head and shoulders on the floor.
Well, I think that happens on the island.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and
Knees
toes.
and toes.
Why did I go? What was I doing? And was it the right thing to do? Now, I went there with the sole purpose of saying to him that because he had been convicted, it was inappropriate for us to be seen together.
So he went to go see him to tell him that it was inappropriate for both of them to see each other together.
Yeah.
Correct. That's the kind. Yeah, it's not appropriate for me to be seeing you or be seen with you while I am seeing you. Like that's
And
a conversation that needs to happen.
Seeing you, but we're gonna talk about this conversation while we take a nice stroll through the park.
Right. Like you couldn't have emailed him, text him. I mean, it was 2010, not 1910. Okay. You didn't have to send a carrier pigeon and then maybe you don't hear back. And so you're wondering, did the pigeon make it? You know?
And no park, no other park than Central Park in New York. Just a remote.
I mean, I have been to
place.
Central Park. It is pretty.
Just
it's
remote,
very pretty.
You know, out of the eye, watchful eye of the public.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. In the middle.
It's where
of
you
nowhere.
go to. Well, and the thing is that yes, it's a park, and it does give you the illusion of having privacy, but there's also witnesses. So if the breakup doesn't go well, it's less crowded than, like, say, a restaurant. You know how you take somebody to a restaurant to break up with them because you don't want them to make a scene? Obviously, that wouldn't work for the three of us because we would make a scene wherever we were. It wouldn't matter. But, you know, for people that care about stuff like that.
I don't know. I've never been broken up with.
Me either, but I have seen it done on TV. I've been with the same guy since I was 18. But you know how they take people to like they take you out to a restaurant to fire you. What didn't y'all watch Jerry Maguire? He took him to lunch to fire him. You take people to the restaurant to break up. I think it happened on First Wives Club. That's only one that I can think specifically off of my head.
It's the food, man.
Dan Broderick did it to Betty Broderick.
Had a number of people cancel me in both directions, either to go and see him or not to go and see him. And I took the judgment call that because this was serious, and I felt that doing it over the telephone was the chicken's way of doing it. I had to go and see him and talk to him. And I went
chicken's
to see him,
way of doing it to
doing
somebody that you claim were not good friends with. And you were adamant at the very beginning of the interview that you would not classify him as a good friend. You only have to break up in person with somebody that you're close to. Prince Andrew. Weirdo.
of other things in New York at the time, and we had an opportunity to go for a walk in the park, and that was the conversation, coincidentally, that was photographed, which was when I said to him, I said, look, because of what has happened, I don't think it is appropriate that we should remain in contact. And by mutual agreement during that walk in the park, we decided that we would.
On mute. They look like they're mutually agreeing in this photo, don't they?
They do. They look like they're mutually agreeing that to what though? Is this a break or a break up? Remember how that went for Ross and Rachel? Not well.
Yeah.
Park company, and I left, I think it was the next day. And to this day, I never had any contact with him from that day forward.
What did he say when you told him that you were breaking up the friendship?
He was what I would describe as understanding. He didn't go into any great depth in the conversation about what I was doing or what he was doing.
Oh, there was a slip up.
There you go. That's exactly what they were. Exactly. They were getting their stories together.
Yeah. We didn't go into depth about what I was doing. Excuse me. What he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Except to say that that he'd accepted whatever it was, a plea bargain. He'd served his time, and he was carrying on with his life. You see what I mean? And
Continuing
I said, yes,
to
but I'm
commit
afraid,
crimes.
That's as may be. But with all the attendant scrutiny on me, then I don't think it is a wise thing to do.
Who advised you then that it was a good idea to go and break up the friendship?
Yeah, who advised you? Because that bitch need to be fired.
Yes, exactly. Like, look, Epstein had names and he gave them up. So how about you start giving up some names? Who told you specifically that that was a good idea to go as the prince and be and run the risk of being photographed? You went to a public place, you knob. What did you think was going to happen? Are you familiar with how the U.S. works at all? There's paparazzi all over. There's a million places you could have gone. Thank goodness you were dumb enough to do what you did.
Did that come from the palace? Was Her Majesty the Queen involved?
No. That came from... So there were a number of...
You can see here how desperate he is to separate the palace from his crimes. So if there's anything genuine about this interview, it would be this part.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want
Anything involving the palace.
no. No.
People so some people from my staff, some people from friends and family I was talking to, and I took the decision that it was, I had to show leadership and I had to go and see him and I had to tell him, that's it.
I took the leadership.
Look, my man, you need to stop making decisions, because
Give back the leadership.
give it back, bro.
You don't have this. You don't have any business. None being the leadership. Don't take it back. Put it right back where you found it and walk away. Put it right back where you got it from.
He threw a party to celebrate his release, and you were invited as
No,
the
I didn't
guest
go.
of honor.
No, I didn't go.
Now he's
as
going to
the
be
guest-
like,
as the
"Oh."
guest of honor.
So let me get this straight. You broke up with your homeboy here. You said, I can't see you anymore. This is over. We can't be friends. And then he throws you a party. I'm sorry. He throws himself a party where you're the guest of honor.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't sound like,
oh,
that
don't
doesn't
worry.
make sense.
Don't worry. He'll explain it to you.
Is it going to make sense to me? Because none of his
Oh, yeah,
explanations have made sense.
It's going to
Well,
make
this is
absolute
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I
Okay.
was telling you about earlier, where
Okay.
when he gives this is his alibi, girl.
Oh, okay.
Here comes the alibi.
All right.
Oh, in
And it's the
2010,
alibi
there
for
certainly
this
wasn't
night.
A party to celebrate.
So that's the alibi, or is it? No, never mind. Sorry. This is before. Let's keep
Okay.
going.
His release in December, because it was a small dinner party. There were only 8 or 10 of us, I think, at the dinner. If there was a party, then I'd know nothing about that.
You were invited.
Deborah G says, suspicious. And
I thought he was going to bust into, if there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Just for a second there. Just for a second. But no, he didn't go.
don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Suspicious.
Invited to that dinner as a guest of honor.
be suspicious.
Well, I was there, so there was a dinner. I don't think it was quite.
You look at him burning her, please. Because
Yes.
he's like, I don't understand. I don't understand your question. Let's go back.
First of all, didn't my secretary give you a list of acceptable questions? Because I believe this one was definitely not on that list.
Mm-mm.
The rudes.
Well, I was there, so there was a dinner. I don't think it was quite as you might put it, but yeah, okay. I was there I was there at a dinner. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Look, fancy people call it a dinner party. Regular people call it pregame. Okay? Stop playing, Prince Andrew. This is the party that happens before the actual party. We all know how it works. We just call it different things.
Oh.
I'm just trying to work this out because you said you went to break up the relationship and yet you stayed at that New York mansion several days. I'm wondering how long.
But I was doing a number of other things while I was there.
But you were staying at the house of
Yes.
a convicted sex offender.
There's great shopping
was
in
a
New York,
convenient
ma'am.
Did you hear what he said?
Mm-hmm.
He practically said that. He said it's a convenient place to stay. Let's listen
Exactly.
again.
So are the other 50 hotels in the area.
No, but look, you ain't in New York unless you're Airbnb-ing at Jeff's.
A number of other things while I was there.
But you were staying at the house of
Yes.
a convicted sex offender.
It was a convenient place to stay. I've gone through this in my mind so many times. At the end of the day,
This looks like duping delight to me.
I've gone through this so many times in my mind, and this was the best answer that you could come up with. This was the winner, Prince Andrew. You're college educated. You've lived a life of privilege that most people would dream about. Okay, so there's some, a little bit of hardship. Okay, it's not all sunshine and roses. I get it. Nobody's life is. But you sat and went over this in your mind several times, which I don't know how many several times is. Okay, but maybe you should have gone over it several more, because if this is the answer that won out, I would hate to hear what the other ones were. But do carry on. I don't want to be rude.
with the benefit of all the hindsight that one could have, it was definitely the wrong thing to do. But at the time, I felt it was the honourable and right thing to do.
To stay at his casa.
See.
Okay, let me say this, just for the record, for future reference. If I was ever friends with somebody who was a convicted sex offender, okay, it wouldn't be a convenient place for me to crash at their casa. I don't give a rat's fat kneecap where their casa is. It'll never be convenient. I don't care if the sheets are like butter and everybody there waits on me hand and foot, as I should be, due to the station in my life that I am, because I'm uppity like that. It'll never be convenient. I don't want that. No, thank you.
Max said, "This is absurd," and the Queen must have spanked him.
What is he thinking? In hindsight, it was a bad idea. Do you have a driver's license, sir? What are you allowed to do? Because I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to do a whole lot of things. It's hindsight. You knew when you stayed there he was convicted. So how is it hindsight to be what a weirdo?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Sandra. So my sister and I used to be obsessed with the movie Dude, Where's My Car? And he just triggered something for me. Sandra, remember the honorable?
Oh yeah.
Honorable. Honorable. I think you're trying to say honorable.
Shut up. Don't hose me.
Maybe
later. Oh my God, we're losers. I know.
Email me, freakingcage.com.
Freakingcage.com. I think I actually have an email like that, and I'm not gonna lie.
Look, around that time, I did have an email, freakonaleash@aol.com.
Oh, that was through your corn days.
Yes, and my AOL screen name was Dead Bodies Everywhere. So
Man.
I was a delight to have around.
I bet you were fun at dinner parties.
Yes, and Dead Bodies Everywhere is a song by Korn. So,
I know.
so yeah, that's
Yeah,
and
I know what
as-
it is, but
as
let
is
If nobody
Dead
got
Bodies.
my hint by throwing in that was your corn phase, huh?
well, you have to talk. You know, Sandra, one of the things that I've learned by being on the YouTubes is you have to be real specific. You can leave zero room
My
for
God,
interpretation.
look
I
at
don't-
the
I don't
analyst
think-
comment.
I don't think I can get any more real.
Dead Bodies Everywhere at AOL.com is Courtney Love's new email, guys. I will gladly hand it over.
That's hilarious.
You're very real, Sandra. What I'm saying is you got to be real specific. You got to
Pacific.
say Pacific. Like you have to really enunciate the K in corn, lest it be confused with, oh, those were your porn days. That'll be the next thing.
Oh, I see. I
Oh my
see.
God.
Well, I guess I'll have to ask Michelle for that, for some advice.
I mean, what year is this? That was like a million years ago.
I have to check my pictures.
I
Ask
do
my
have,
friend Shmita. She'll
I-
vouch for me. She knows
Yeah.
I'm a swell gal.
I mean, I do have a friend named Shmita, and I have 2 Dianes. I mean, it was a million years ago.
I
And I
can't
got, like,
remember.
Fully that
Pictures,
my
like thousands of them.
judgment was
I'm a picture
probably
nut.
coloured by my tendency to be too honourable, but that's just the way it is.
Please
Oh
go back
my
to that
God.
picture. But let's see how too honorable homeboy is here.
Looks
I
very
mean-
honorable.
What
I think you're trying to
honorable
say
gentleman.
honorable.
I think you're trying to say honorable.
Shut up.
Don't hose me.
Maybe later. Now look at this. Hey, I'm not a what are they called when you shame people for sleeping around? I'm not that. But girl, I see through her like, you know what? Because look at her little ring finger rubbing Party Prince.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's trying to
Dude.
get the genie out the bottle, if you know what I mean.
What? Yeah.
She herself said that, like, whenever she associates with somebody, she has sex with them to get it out of the way because she knows that that's what they want. So she just does it so that it's done and over with and they can carry on with business.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, let me just go ahead and state again for the record. I would definitely be interested in meeting Courtney. We don't have to have sex though, Courtney. It's not what I want, and we don't need to go ahead and get it out of the way. It's cool. We can just skip right on past that.
So let's hear about his sweat glands, because this is for me the peak of the insanity.
I just want to know what's happening with the teapot there. Is that like Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast? Like, what is happening there?
Like I said, Courtney Love has this like thing for all things British, I guess, or English, and so she has a thing for teas. She loves whatever, and so I think that was the point of this photo.
Okay.
Is she's
That does
having
look like
tea with the prince.
I read an article, actually. I read an article about this picture, and it says that he actually was impressed or liked or complimented the tea that she made, and she really liked that. And apparently why they were laughing in this picture is because apparently his mom's face is on that teapot.
That's kind of funny, actually.
That is kind of funny. I would probably like.
Yeah, so that's what that is.
I mean,
I guess
all
that's a
right.
bit like snorting lines of coke and your mom's pictures on the straw,
I guess so.
or the dollar bill, the money.
Oh my god, I can't.
Well, okay, that can be forgiven because I mean,
If it's true, that's just an article that I read.
Well, she probably planted the article, so yes, this is Courtney Love with a pedophile. Yes, it is.
She's probably the quote unquote source.
Yeah, she is. And in another article, she stated that, hey, she was promoting her diary, right? That was published before Epstein fucking got arrested. So that bitch took that out of print real quick.
Oh, I'm sure.
But guess who snatched her own copy? This girl right here, straight out of Washington. God bless you, dude, on Amazon for selling your copy. So yes, I do. She did put this picture in her diary, and and in the article she was saying that she was promoting her diaries, and she was boasting about how he came over that night looking for girls, and apparently he was saying, if I need to find girls, like, this is where I need to come. And she was like, ha ha ha. Like, she would literally confessed to pimping minors in 2006 before shit hit the fan. And we were all just like, oh, look at Courtney being Courtney. Ha ha ha. Look at her fancy ass with the prince, a whole ass prince. And then
that's going to be his official name from now on. A whole ass prince.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Because during that time, those few days, witnesses say they saw many young girls coming and going at the time. Yep. There is video footage of Epstein accompanied by young girls. And you were there staying in his house, catching up with friends.
If they were, then I wasn't a party to any of that. I never saw them. I mean, you have to understand that his house, I described it more as almost as a railway station, if you know what I mean, in the sense that there were people coming in and out of that house.
That doesn't make it better. Stop right there.
Call the publicist or the PR person.
This is not better.
All I can think about is parking my car at a fucking train stop and just watching the fucking cargoes pass by.
I mean, he's admitting that there's people in and out of there. So how convenient would that be for you, Prince Andrew, conducting your business and all the other things that you have to do as a prince in what sounds like a hostel?
Yeah, I mean, for real.
There was nowhere else that you could, I don't know, check into. Good Lord, this was the best. Okay.
Well, there was multiple places he can check into.
Of course there was. There's a billion hotels, nice hotels. I mean, Macaulay Culkin was lost in New York. Remember that movie? And he found a great hotel to stay in. And he was like 10. He did it on his own. You have people. You have staff. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
All right, sorry. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
What they were doing and why they were there, I had nothing to do with. So I'm afraid I can't make any comment on that because
there was something really going on, but he just had nothing to do with it.
Correct. I was hanging out in the opium den. I don't know what these people were doing. I wasn't doing opium. I don't judge other people. I let people be people.
Yeah, I was just blending in with the background, observing.
I was admiring
with my default sweat glands.
I was admiring the linens. I didn't pay attention to the people bringing them to me or what the other people around them were doing.
He was admiring the chandeliers.
Exactly. I thought he had excellent taste in home decor. I'm a connoisseur of decorating. I like these things.
The literary agent. Now,
oh my God.
Look at his face. 'Cause he was like, "Oh shit! Wait a minute, who?"
Right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh hell no!"
Watch him slip up because he's gonna give himself away again. He's gonna say he was like. I'm not kidding. Watch.
Okay.
He described
Really?
seeing you.
For really? For really?
For really? Are you
It was like
normal?
mom. It sounds like our
Yes.
mom.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, our mom says for really. Do you guys want me to play? My brother set my mom up with a prank call.
Oh my god, that's the funniest thing ever.
Jen, stop.
I can't. It's hilarious and I love it. Are
And
you
our
normal?
mom speaks very broken English.
But it's
So
good English. She
But it's-
understands.
she understands it and she knows what she needs to say. It's just she doesn't have the grammar quite correct. So
But it's the best. It is
it's
the
awesome.
best.
Yeah, it's just awesome. I
So
love my mom.
let's listen to Andrew while I find that clip. Maybe I'll play it later. We'll see.
Okay.
You there getting a foot massage from a young Russian woman. Did that happen?
No.
Okay, well, let's rewind because I kind of stopped it at the good part. So
Okay.
first she says, literally, she names some guy who must be a witness to something. That's where he goes, for really?
I'm not gonna make it, you guys. I'm telling you right now.
And so she says, yes, for really. And he says that he saw you getting a foot massage by a young Russian girl. So let's do that again because
What they were doing and why they were there, I had nothing to do with. So I'm afraid I can't make any comment on that because I really don't know.
Another guest was John Brockman, the literary agent. Now, he described seeing you there getting a foot massage from a young Russian woman. Did that happen?
No,
No.
You're absolutely sure or you
Yeah.
can't remember?
absolutely sure.
Dude, he
So
grew
John
a hole in
Brockman's
their
statement is
chin when he
false.
said that.
I don't know Mr. Brockman, so I don't know what he's talking about.
But that definitely wasn't you getting a foot massage from a Russian girl in Jeffrey Epstein's house.
No.
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 He completely Mariah
He
carried her.
said no.
This guy. He said, I don't know him. No.
Oh my God, Sandra, you look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was looking for some. Oh yeah, for really.
It
For
might
really.
seem a funny way to break off a friendship. A 4-day house party of sorts with a dinner. It's an odd way to break
It's a
up a
difficult
friendship.
way of putting it. That's a very stark way of putting it. Yes, you're absolutely
A very
right.
accurate as fuck way of putting
But
it, you mean?
actually
Okay.
The truth of it is that I actually only saw him for about the dinner party, the walk in the park, and probably passing in the passage.
Where the
So let's go to
hell
that
do they
Central Park
pass
walk,
in a
which was
passage?
snapped.
Like, what did they
Yours
just
suggest that Epstein
bump into each
wanted that
other
photo
in the
taken,
hostel
perhaps
/
he'd even
Airbnb, like
set it up.
hallway
Do you worry that you
Yeah.
were being played?
on the way to the loo?
Again, new information is coming out since his suicide has made us reappraise that walk in the park.
Who is
We
we?
can't find any
You
evidence.
got a mouse in your pocket?
or my staff and my people and I
His,
can't find any evidence to suggest that was
Coaches.
You already took the leadership. You've already said that. So there's no we now, homeboy. You're on your own. Don't be bringing your staff into this. This ain't their fault. They probably told you this is a bad idea. No one last time. No more times at all. They told you it was a bad idea and you couldn't resist because you're dirty and guilty. The end.
As fuck?
Sorry, I'm multitasking. I got the clip ready, so are we ready for a little intermission for my mom?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Okay. All right, so what this is, it's one of those apps, I guess, that you can download, right? And it has like pre-recorded phone calls that
It's like a prank call app. It's like a pre-recorded prank message that you can put somebody's number in to dial, and then that pre-recorded message pranks them.
Yes. So the first clip that we're gonna play is our mom. And it is the funniest thing in the world. So I need to mute myself because
But she falls for it every single time. She falls for this
basically,
all
yeah.
the time.
Our brother trolls our mom all the time.
He trolls all of us. Like, this guy is like the freaking king of trolls.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, I almost forgot the audio. I should share it too, probably.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey.
Who is this?
So you the one who hit my car?
Huh?
Well, you left the phone number on my windshield. Hello.
Yes.
Listen, B, you scratched my fender and busted out my taillight.
Where?
Yes, you did.
Where? What you talking about?
Yeah, stop yapping and listen. Who your insurance company, B?
Are you normal?
Yo, don't lie to me.
Well, fuck you.
Then why'd you leave a damn note?
Boom.
That's the part that kills me every single time. Are you normal? Followed immediately up with, but fuck you. It's my favorite part. I love your mom.
Okay, you ready for the next one? So my mom was so impressed with this trick that she immediately decided to troll her best friend, and she couldn't control herself that you can also hear my mom hysterically laughing in the background.
And she's also a troll too, so
Our mom, yeah. I mean, come on.
look at her kids. I mean, come on. Like, we had to have learned this behavior somewhere, man. Like, come on.
Oh, hey, don't talk about
I
my
can't
mom
get
like
enough.
that.
I can't get enough of your mom for real.
About her because I think she's fucking awesome.
Excuse me, you do not talk about my mom like that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I kick your dog.
Okay, here's here. Wait a minute. Let me get my stuff straight.
We should get your brother up here too and have all of us one night, the whole fam.
Oh my god, do you know how many like different like personalities that is?
Yes, I'm familiar with his brand.
Okay.
That's why I want him up here.
Oh my god, all of us are like polar opposites.
Okay, so next up is my mom's friend.
Oh,
Yes.
this one's hilarious.
And it is for really. She says, my mom does say for really. Okay, here we go.
What are you calling for?
Yo, hey.
What you mean, hey?
Yeah.
What you
stop
talking
yapping
about?
and listen. So you the one who hit my car?
No, I never hit the car, baby.
Mom
Well,
is
you
choking in the background.
But on my windshield.
I don't know who put my phone number over there.
Listen, B,
Fuck
you
you.
scratched my fender and busted out my...
Oh my god.
So
Oh man.
that is those are the women who raised us, y'all. So you know, we got each other's backs. That's what it's about. Just a good laugh and being able to have fun.
Exactly.
Oh, but
Sometimes
thank you.
you just gotta laugh.
Thank you for sharing this moment with us.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Let's get back to No Sweat Andy.
I just like how both of them end their phone calls with "fuck you."
I mean, you can.
Well, more of us do that as well.
Yeah, isn't that how you do it in America?
Fuck you means goodbye where I'm from. Oh my god.
Well, now you gotta.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to distract you.
You most certainly did distract me.
When it was an accident.
But now I need to let me show you how we do it up in our motherland. This is how we say hello and goodbye.
Now fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
Fuck me. Nah, fuck that
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. No, fuck that bitch. Better hide that.
Look at it in so many different ways.
Sorry. I just got overwhelmed with music. And Stella is also trying to get my attention.
It made me choke. Yes, I'm ready. Yeah, I was choking.
The fact of the matter is that.
Okay, sorry. He said the fact of the fatter is.
Oh my god.
Can we
Listen, at this point, Prince Andrew, I think you ought to yeller. I think you ought to holler, cut, and just get up and walk away and just, take your mic off and bounce. Like, this is not going good for you. This is making everything so much worse.
Yes, the Watts Island anthem. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just hear that again. The fetter.
The fact of the matter is that.
Oh hell no! Oh my.
The fact of the fatter is. I'm gonna use that from now. The fact of the fatter is that this chin is actually the matter.
Somebody very cleverly took that photograph. It
wasn't
clever. Well, obviously,
as far
like
as I remember, nor do my security people remember anybody being present or close, because there were enough security around. I mean, there are even photographs of the security people are around in the photograph. So I mean, he could have done, but I
yeah. I guess what I'm asking is, do you feel that you were part of...
Unmute. He just totally did Stephanie Spazzy Lazzy Lazarus. He did the whole. I mean,
yeah, he did.
I mean, what year is it?
I mean, he's literally saying there's like thousands of witnesses directly by me. So how did this one paparazzi get through and was able to take a picture? What a maroon. What is wrong with this guy? Like, my God. Let me tell you what happened. You were too busy getting your stories together to notice the paps.
Look, if it's paparazzi, then I would look at Courtney Love and Sam Lutfi.
And he just gave a whole bunch of like witnesses, but then at the same time they don't remember. So don't bother questioning them because they're not going to be any friggin' help to you. They saw nothing, they know nothing, and they're not going to tell you nothing. That was really the point I meant to make.
Just leave little Willie alone.
Leave him alone.
Public rehabilitation.
He's got nothing to do with this. Just leave him alone.
Oh, no.
Oh. It's like he just remembered something. It's like when you and I, when the three of us are talking, and I'm like, oh, hey, you know what I remembered? and then I go into some really long, messed up story that has nothing to do with anything that we were just talking about. That's what he sounds like.
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, Ellie79 says the fact of the matter is he's just not sure how they faked the pictures. And then Molson Man says, I have 11 billion pictures. Now that's a slogan for a t-shirt.
Yeah, it
I've
is.
ever seen one.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to trademark that 11 billion now. Make some money off that thing.
Oh, speaking of which, did you get your PayPal?
Oh, yeah, but I don't know how to. Why are you asking me these things?
Okay, while you
She's
get
like,
it
you
together,
I'll figure it out.
Now.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it
we're
out.
gonna listen to Charlie, not Charlie, Willie. No,
I don't. No. I mean, if he was doing, if that photograph was taken for that with that purpose in mind, then it doesn't equate to what actually happened.
So why wouldn't you announce this breakup when you got back? Why wouldn't you publicly explain what you'd done? Did you worry that he had something that could compromise you?
No.
Do you regret that trip?
Yes.
Do you regret the whole friendship with Epstein?
Now, still not. And
off with his head.
the reason being is that the people that I met and the opportunities that I was given to learn, either by him or because of him, were actually very useful. He himself, not as it were as close as you might think. We weren't that close. So therefore, I mean, yes, I would go and stay in his house, but that was because of his girlfriend, not because of him.
Was that visit, December of 2010, the only time you saw him after he was convicted?
Yes.
Did you
Yeah.
see him or speak
No.
to him again?
No, that was that.
Never
Funny enough,
since
2010 was it. That was it, because I.
Was I muted? I sure was. I was saying, I think he's genuine here too. What do you think? No one?
About what?
That being the last time that he saw Jeffrey.
In
So he-
2010?
Yeah, so he's saying that this was like in 2010 was the last time that he saw him. And I think he's being genuine about it because by this point it was already official and he knew better.
I went.
Yeah,
well,
he
first of
needed
all,
to distance himself.
I wanted to
Exactly.
make sure that if I was going to go and see him, I had to make sure that there was enough time between his release, because it wasn't something that I was going into in a hurry, but I had to go and see him. I had to go and see him. I
And
had to
stay with him and stay in the house.
I
of a
could
convicted
easily have
sex
gone and
offender.
stayed somewhere else, but sheer convenience of being able to get a hold of the man was. I mean, he was in and out all over the place. So.
Oh my God. Did you hear this, Sandra?
Yeah.
It was so difficult to catch him that, you know. Oh,
He was
God.
in and out of every place. Literally, like it's disgusting.
He simply had to go see him out of sheer convenience, convenience, because their schedules didn't match.
Getting him in one place for a period of time to actually have a long enough conversation to say, look, these are the reasons why I'm not going to. And that happened on the walk.
July of this year, Epstein was arrested on charges of sex trafficking and abusing dozens of underage girls. One of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Roberts, has made allegations against you. She says she met you in 2001. She says she dined with you, danced with you, at Tramp nightclub in London. She went on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell, your friend. Your response?
I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady. None whatsoever.
You don't remember meeting her?
No.
She says she met you in 2001. She dined with you. She danced with you. You bought her drinks. You were in Tramp nightclub in London. And she went on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Didn't happen.
Do you remember her?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting her. I'm almost, in fact, I'm convinced that I was never in Tramps with her. There are a number of things that are wrong with that story. One of which is that I don't know where the bar is in Tramps. I don't drink.
I don't know where the bar is in Tramps. You don't know how to work Google?
Oh my God.
I mean, you don't know how the Google works?
Well, he knows how to walk through New York.
Right. What a maniac. All right, I'm putting my thing in the chat.
Oh, I did it.
Whenever I was there.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Do you remember dancing at Tramp?
No.
The irony of the name of this bar is not, I hope it's not escaping anyone.
When I was transcribing this interview, I had to go check and see if that was correct. Because I was like, what if, their accent, it's just something pronounced different. And I'm like, nope, it's sure called Tramp.
Spelled the same Tramp?
Yep.
Oh my.
For the longest time was thinking that's probably how they pronounce Trump.
Oh my God. That's what I thought too. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. That's why I had to go look it up, because I'm like, I can't transcribe this and have Trump all up in here and it's not even him.
It is Tramps.
Oh.
Yeah.
My. I wonder if it means like tramps, like we think it like of tramps, or tramps
probably.
like homeless.
No.
They used to call that they used to call.
I don't know. Maybe one of our viewers know where this is and what it's called or named after.
It's in London and it's called
Head
Tramps.
to the Googles. Yeah, but I wonder what they mean by the word tramps, because it means two things.
It means homeless tramps.
That's what I ask. I said like Data from the Goonies. That's what I said.
What are they gonna call it? The Thought House?
If I had a bar, I would.
I would too. Not gonna lie.
Me neither, man. I ain't gonna lie to you neither.
What were we doing? Yeah, that's right.
Supposed to be listeing to the rest of this interview. Not talking about future bar names.
This Prince Andrew, he's a bad influence.
He is. He is. I already feel vicariously sweaty.
I feel a little grimy myself, and not in a good way.
Me too, and I just got out of the shower before I jumped on.
You know that you were at home with the children. Was it a memorable night?
On that particular day that we now understand that is the date, which is the 10th of March, I was at home. I was with the children. I'd taken Beatrice to a Pizza Express in Woking for a party at I suppose sort of 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And then because the Dutch...
All right, caffeine Q is on top of it. So if you, yes, it is. www.tramp.co.uk. Tramp Members Club. That's another T-shirt.
I'm only going to buy the shirt if it says president on the back.
Yes.
I want to be the president of the Tramp Members Club.
And I'm going to be the, so to say, +1.
Oh my god.
When one's away, the other one's.
Oh, but this was the point of the alibi, girl. You know the whole Pizzagate, right? So his alibi is he was at the Pizza Express with his kids.
The irony.
But he remembers this like in detail.
Right.
So let's let him explain this, because this is the like one of the.
To,
Hey, Jim.
A Pizza Express in Woking for a party at I suppose sort of 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and then because the Duchess was away, we have a simple rule in the family that when one's away, the other one's there. I was on terminal leave at the time from the Royal Navy, so therefore I was at home.
Why would you remember that so specifically? Why would you remember a Pizza Express birthday and being at home?
Because going to Pizza Express in Woking is an unusual thing for me to do.
I don't hang out at pizza parlors. I do, however, hang out at the Tramp Members Club.
Lord. Oh my God. I do hang out at the Tramps Member Club. However, I do not know where the bar is located.
Exactly. Downstairs in the lobby where every other bar is.
You know, they got some sort of charge that's related that happened in or around a bar. So he's making sure to cover that as well.
Exactly.
Woking a couple of times, and I remember it weirdly distinctly. As soon as somebody
weirdly
distinctly,
went, oh, yes.
Right? Oh yes. Oh God, this part. Damn it.
I don't remember kids' pizza parties at Chuck E. Cheese unless one of the kids like vomits in the ball pit or something like that. I try to get the memory of Chuck E. Cheese. Mom and dads know, parents know, Chuck E. Cheese is gross. The pizza's awful, and the whole place stinks like feet and pizza. It's a bad combo.
Natasha.
Not yet, cement shoes. Yeah, what's up?
Natasha, you should repeat that whole sentence.
Let me.
Oh my God.
Oh, all right. Okay. For real. Are you normal?
That's what I want to ask him right now. Are you normal? What is wrong with you? No, I didn't hit your car, baby.
What you mean, hey?
What you talk about?
I didn't hit your car, baby. I wasn't at the Tramp, baby.
Fuck you. It's my favorite. Okay. I'll be serious now.
Y'all are gonna make me mute us all.
I know.
Where's Caffeine Q? She needs to be in charge of the mute button. Block.
Somebody get an adult.
Navy, so therefore I was at home.
My doctor didn't prescribe one. Sorry.
A Pizza Express birthday and being at home.
Because going to Pizza Express in Woking is an unusual thing for me to do. A very unusual thing for me to do. I've only been to Woking a couple of times, and I remember it weirdly distinctly. As soon as somebody reminded me of it, I went, oh yes, I remember that.
So you didn't remember. Somebody had to remind you.
Meeting or being in the company or the presence.
So you're absolutely sure that you're at home on the 10th of March.
Yeah.
She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you and you profusely sweating, and that she went on to have a bath, possibly.
There's a slight problem with
Don't tell me I was muted.
Yeah, you were.
Oh my God. All right. I was going to say, this is the highlight.
Yes.
So please.
This is the part I've been waiting for all night.
Ready?
No sweaty Andy.
Here we go. We're going in, guys. We're going in.
With the sweating, because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time, and that was, actually, yes, I didn't sweat at the time because I had suffered what I would describe as an overdose of adrenaline in the Falklands War when I was shot at. And I simply, it was almost impossible for me to sweat. And it's only because I have done a number of things in the recent past that I'm starting to be able to do that again. So I'm afraid to say that there's a medical condition that says that I didn't do it, so therefore.
Natasha, I have a question for you.
Oh God.
So no, this is like your profession. So somebody being shot at in a war, and them getting an overdose of adrenaline, which ultimately caused them not to get PTSD, but to not sweat.
Can you imagine telling people that the reason that you were discharged from the service is because you lost your ability to sweat, but now he can sweat again? Thank goodness his sweating has been restored. But on that night,
not completely. It's gradually coming back.
It's gradually coming back.
Coming back. Yes, gradually.
You know what? He was probably diagnosed by True Tam.
Oh my God.
Possible that you met Virginia Roberts, dined with her, danced with her in Tramp, had sex with her on another date?
No.
Do you remember meeting her at all?
No.
Do you know you didn't meet her, or do you just not remember meeting her?
No, I don't know if I've met her. But no, I have no recollection of meeting her.
Because she was very specific. She described the dance that you had together in Tramp. She described meeting you. She was a 17-year-old girl meeting a senior member of the family.
Oh, excuse me.
Never happened.
She provided
I
a photo
unmute for
of
the
two
cough.
of you together.
Go figure. Go figure.
That's just how we roll here. We don't know how to act right.
Oh my God, it is getting a little hot in here.
Turn your sweat glands back on.
No, she needs to turn them off so she doesn't sweat.
No, because sweating is what actually cools your body down. If you don't have sweat glands and you don't sweat, you will overheat and die.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wait, but if he didn't have sweat glands, he would have to breathe like a dog, basically.
Like pants. He would have to be like Stella. 5 seconds before she leaves her soul down the street.
He's the world's first known man to be able to survive many years with no sweat glands that work properly and without dying.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Tiffy MF Art. Oh my God.
Your arm was around her waist.
Yes.
You've seen the photo.
I've seen the photograph.
How do you explain that?
I can't. I have no.
Could you try? Just try. You've been able to explain why you weren't there and how she's lying because you couldn't possibly have sweat all over her. You want this, sweaty old man trying to impress a 17-year-old, you creep. But you can't explain the photo. I can't. Next time somebody asks me to explain something, I'm just going to be like, I can't.
I don't sweat.
I know there's a picture of me doing whatever it is that you're accusing me of doing. I can't explain the picture.
Oh, he can't
Oh my
explain the
God.
picture. He's gonna let you know very soon what exactly about the picture it
Is
is
off.
that he can't not explain.
Let me just. I'm gonna pull up that picture as well. So, but yeah, let's continue, please.
Again, I have absolutely no memory of that photograph ever being taken.
Do you recognise yourself in the
Oh,
photo?
yeah, it's pretty difficult not to recognise yourself.
Did the men
Your
in black
friends are
come and
supposed to
get
put
you
your
with that
photos
memory
back.
thing? Is that what happened?
Mhm.
Did they just
Well,
zap your memory? How did you not remember? There's a whole last photo spread of this night. Was the X that good? What happened?
So this would be the photo that he can't. Oh my God, this is what he can't explain. Okay. Whew.
I mean, how would be like somebody showing me a profile picture I had once where it was me and my husband. Do you know this man? No. Do you remember meeting him? Mm-mm. How do you explain this photograph? I can't.
Oh my God. And I can't.
I can't.
And I can't. Calm down, girl.
Oh.
I think it's from the investigations that we've done, you can't prove whether or not that photograph is faked or not because it is a photograph of a photograph of a photograph.
Who the fuck are his investigators? Martin Dion? Like, what the fuck?
So it's very difficult to be able to
Oh, no.
to prove it.
Oh
But
no.
I don't remember that photograph ever being taken.
But it's possible that it was you with your arm around
That's
her
me, but
Hey, Sandra, it says your devices are not connected.
whether that's my hand or whether that's
Oh
the
my
position,
God.
I keep
This is
forgetting.
the best. This is my new alibi. Look, is that my face? Sure. Is that my hand? I don't know. Forget the saying, I know like the back of my hand, which implies that people are familiar with their own hands and can typically identify their own hands. I can't. I can't possibly.
Oh my God. I keep forgetting that you haven't watched this. I'm dying.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
gets
like
better.
I don't like to watch these ahead of time because I like to be spontaneous, like I'm being right. I can't.
Okay, so let me just shut up. Let's just go.
But I have simply no recollection of the photograph ever being taken.
The world has now seen the photo that Virginia Roberts provided, taken by Epstein, we understand,
Here's
in
another
Ghislaine
problem.
Maxwell's house.
Well, here's the problem. I've never seen Epstein with a camera in my life.
I think it was Virginia Roberts' camera. She said a little Kodak one that she lent to Epstein. He took a photo, and your arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Jen,
So let me
it
get
gets
this straight.
better. It
Let me get
gets
this straight.
better.
Epstein has a whole ass black book with all y'all's names in it, but you've never seen him with a camera. Ever?
Never. And
I don't-
never.
I don't know if Epstein owns a camera. I don't know if he knows how to work a camera. I don't even know if he knows what a camera is.
It was 11 billion years ago.
I don't have thousands of photographs. However, I do know that thousands have been taken of me, including this one right here, which is actually me. Yes, that's my arm. Yes, that's my hand.
And that's just my friend Shmita.
But notice, she's gonna ask when this frame. I know it's they have this frame and she asks a question and he lies, and when he lies he literally like his reflex, like his knee his foot was like, fuck that was a lie. Like,
I feel like he low-key is trying to hold that foot back from kicking her in the shin.
Yeah,
They're positioned correctly where he could.
Exactly. That's what exactly happened. Like his whole ass leg twitched.
First
when
of all,
this motherfucker lied.
What part of I can't did you not understand? Now you're going to go in for follow-up questions? I can't was the answer. I can't explain it. I won't explain it. I don't know.
And we can't be certain as to whether or not that's my hand on whatever the left side.
It's a photograph of a photograph of a photograph. We
and
can't
I
be
have
sure.
no recollection of that photograph ever being taken.
Hey, it's Trampception.
I mean, come on. There are people on the internet right this second who can look at a picture, at a photograph on Facebook, somebody's profile picture, right? And they know exactly what filter that girl used, how much of it she used. Stop. Call one of them, Andrew. They'll help you.
Oh my God. Woo. Let's keep going, please.
Around her waist.
I don't remember that photograph ever being taken. I don't remember going upstairs in the house because that photograph is taken upstairs.
Thanks for letting us know, Andrew.
I'm not
I wasn't sure of the layout of Epstein's house, but thanks for the walkthrough, homeboy.
Yeah, he'll walk us through a little
I
bit
don't know
more.
nothing about that hand, about that girl, about that photograph, about that house, but that photograph is from the upstairs. Mm-hmm.
Which I also know nothing about because
Exactly.
I was never up there.
I was never up there. Look. I can't.
He sounds like one of those, like, like one of those stereotypes for, typical white girls. Like, I can't. I cannot.
I don't remember the interviewer's name, but could you just stop with the badgering questions? I can't take it anymore, okay?
Damn, that's Courtney Love, man.
The 80s,
no wonder they get along together.
The 80s and the 90s were like a blur. Do you know how many good-ass drugs there were back then that they fucking outlawed now? I don't remember.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Nah, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch that how about fuck me.
Look, I don't even remember that night. There could have been 37 people there. There could have been 87 people. Hell, there could have been 11 billion people. I was all up on the X. You ever done X? Go do some X and then tell me what you did the night before. You ain't gonna remember. I can't.
Definitely me.
Look, Jen, here he's thinking, I think it's probably safe to assume that she is not DTF.
I really hope I'm not sweating. I'm not visibly sweating anywhere. That's what he's really thinking. He's not giving a rat's fat kneecap about no DTF. He's like, man, those Botox shots better not fail me now. I ain't supposed to be sweating. For if there's one bead of sweat on my brow, you guys are all gonna pay.
Oh my God, this drug Quaaludes, I don't even know how to say it, reminds me of that movie, The Wolf of
Wall Street.
Yes, and he is so freaking hilarious. With the lewds. Do you have the lewds?
What's funny is the way he thinks it happened and then the way it actually happened.
Exactly. That's
the best part.
Thank you for reading my mind, Jen, because I left that part out.
You're welcome.
You complete me.
Well, you complete me too.
Yes. So some people were using the lewds.
Fuck am I over here? Chopped liver? Y'all over here like expressing each other's love. Like, the fuck is this? Some fucking
You're the glue that holds You're the glue that holds the crazy mess together. Oh my gosh. Get that off of there. I can't do Tom Cruise and the friggin' tooth in the middle of his head no more. I'm done.
This shall be your punishment. Oh God. Whew.
On her.
Oh yeah, Courtney Love's lewd was Rohypnol, like AKA roofies, AKA the date rape drug, AKA the Jen, the erase your memory drug.
Maybe that's why he doesn't remember. You know, people do obviously people get slipped the roofies. I don't know why they call them roofies. They should call them flowies. That's where you're likely to end up.
Yeah, and I wonder what happens when you slip everyone a roofie and then the next day nobody remembers shit and you can pretty much fucking make up any story that you motherfucking want.
The Hangover is what happened. They made a whole ass movie about it. That's where roofies, they should call them floweries. You better end up on the floor. Can't even say it again because I'm trying not to laugh at myself while I tell the joke.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Courtney slipped some roofies in his tea.
She might have.
That's why they're.
She's like.
That's why they're probably laughing.
I guarantee you, Courtney is like that whole 90210 episode where Emily Valentine said, "Well, you said that if somebody slipped it in your drink, I slipped it in your drink," and then she went all bananas. Mm-hmm. That's probably what he did. She probably offered it to him straight away, and he was like, "I can't. I simply can't." But if somebody were to slip it to me, what?
We have to get through this, please. We have to get through
I'm
this.
sorry. Okay, I'm going to mute because I'm cracking my own self up.
It only gets better.
Whatever it is, left side.
You think that...
Because I have no recollection of that photograph ever being taken.
So why would somebody have put in another hand? You think it is you next to her in the photo?
Oh, it's definitely me. I mean, that's a picture of me. It's not a picture of. I don't believe it's a picture of me in London because when I go out in London, I wear a suit and a tie. That's what I would describe as those are my travelling clothes if I'm going overseas. So I've got plenty of photographs of me dressed in those sorts of sort of kit, but not that.
Just to clarify, so you think that photo has been faked?
Nobody can prove whether or not that photograph has been doctored, but I don't recollect that photograph ever being taken.
And you don't recollect having your hand round her waist in Ghislaine Maxwell's house on any occasion, even if it was a different date?
I'm terribly sorry, but if I, as a member of the royal family, and I have a photograph taken, and I take very, very few photographs, I am not one to, as it were, hug, and public displays of affection are not something that I do. So that's the best explanation I can give you.
That's literally the worst. That's literally the worst explanation.
So please, Jen, tell us your thoughts on his response.
I mean, okay. Those are not my those are not my going out clothes. Those are my traveling clothes. That's the weirdest I mean, I get that he's royalty, right? And so they do have outfits for different units of the day. Okay. But why not just say, just because my arm is around her, maybe I posed for a picture for her that I don't remember. Does that mean that we banged? No, that would have been better than that can't be real. Those are not my party clothes.
Jen.
Yes.
Listen. Don't be advertising yourself like that. A queen's gonna need to get the fucking line. I ain't sharing you. Don't be giving out free advice. Apostle, we need to send out referrals to Apostle. That's who they need.
Well, it's too late for him. It's way too late for him. Like, he's already done messed this whole interview all the way up. This, excuse me, if he would have said nothing, that would have been better than this cockamamie ramshackle ass explanation. I can't. Those are not my. That's not my party attire. That's my traveling clothes. So that can't have possibly happened. Also, that's upstairs. I've never, ever been upstairs to know how to identify the upstairs from a photograph of a photograph of a photograph.
Is that your testimony? You're royal. Whatever the fuck you are.
His Royal Highness.
Whatever. Your Royal Flory. Is that your testimony?
Is that your testimony, you lying liar mouth who tells lies? Do I curtsy now?
Oh my god. I just got a headache laughing. Oh. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm getting off. I have to work tomorrow, so I have to go to bed.
Okay, thank you for being here, Sandra.
Thanks for being here, babe.
Yeah, no problem.
Love you.
I'll talk to you guys later. Love you.
Kisses to my client.
Yes, I will give kisses to your client.
What Jen?
What you mean?
Jen?
Good night.
What you mean, hey?
I didn't hit your car, baby.
Oh God. Let's go.
I don't believe that photograph was taken in the way that has been suggested.
Why do people not believe?
Oh my God. Remember when Mama Bear was like, what do you mean, how was it recorded? He accepted the call and pressed record. Oh my God. Oh.
That you were there.
I'm sorry, why would...
I'm just trying to understand. There's a
I need you to ask the question again so I can think of a better answer. I need more time to think. That's classic lie maneuver right there, huh?
Which cookie jar? The one in the East Wing or the cookie jar in the West Wing?
Which I've never been to either one, so I don't even know.
You see,
but I can tell you that cookie jar is from the billiard room that I've never been in either.
And besides, I don't have taste buds.
I lost those in the war.
I'm afraid. Oh.
Ghislaine herself is in the background.
Who?
Why would people not believe that you were there with her that night?
Well, they might well wish to believe it, but the photograph is taken upstairs, and I don't think I ever went upstairs.
Ever? Or just that night?
You're sure of that?
Yeah, because the dining room and everything was on the ground floor. As you came in.
Wait a minute. I thought this was the non-party. You weren't in your party clothes. How could you be at a party?
Oh my
you
God.
weren't wearing your party attire.
Wait, look, Jen.
You're worse than the camel. Mike, 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 Mike. Mac just looked at me. Don't start that shit, lady. Don't start it. I know where you sleep.
Oh my God. I now forgot what I was going to say, but it was very important. Oh, good night, Renee, every day.
Good night, Renee, every day. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Yes. Thanks for coming. Yeah, this is getting really long. So
it is.
But this was really important, what I had to say. Oh, yeah. Yes. So he's answering. She's responding. Oh, hold on. She's asking him.
Yes.
Whether or not he's sure that he hasn't been upstairs, implying like we have evidence suggesting otherwise.
Like a whole ass photograph.
Like 11 billion of them. So, she's basically calling him out. She's saying, look, you're lying, dude. I know you're lying.
Right.
So I don't remember ever going up.
So he's like, yes, I'm sure that's not me, because you see the kitchen is on the left side. So therefore it's not me.
Exactly. This is clearly a fake. This is clearly fraudulent.
Shut it down.
Shut it. That's not my
case closed.
How could there have been a party downstairs? I'm not wearing my party attire. B, that's not my hand. C, you see that vase over there? That vase is in the bathroom, in the guest wing. Why is it there? I've never been in the guest bathroom in the guest wing either. But that I know that vase doesn't go where there. They just moved. None of this happened. This is a complete forgery. But nobody that my family employs or the government can tell whether or not that picture is real or not. Go lay down, Andrew.
I'm at a
Stop
loss to
talking.
explain this particular photograph. If the original was ever produced, then perhaps we might be able to solve it, but I can't.
You can say categorically that you don't recall meeting Virginia Roberts, dining with her, dancing with her at Tramp, or going on to have sex with her in a bedroom in a house in Belgravia.
I can absolutely categorically tell you it never happened.
Do you recall any kind of sexual contact with Virginia Roberts then or any other time?
None whatsoever.
Because she said in a legal deposition, a legal court document in 2015, she had sex with you 3 times. She is not confused about this. She said the first was in London when she was trafficked to you. The second was at Epstein's mansion in New York.
He's like, first of all, must you use that term trafficked? It was simply a pizza party.
That is a date in April, I believe. Is that correct?
She said it was a month or so later.
Yeah. Well, I think that the date that we have for that shows that I was in Boston, or I was in New York the previous day, and I was at a dinner for the Outward Bound Trust in New York, and then I flew up to Boston the following day. And then on the day that she says that this occurred, they'd already left to go to the island before I got back from Boston. So I don't think that could have happened at all.
So your alibi is they ghosted you.
This is what
they went ahead of you and they ghosted you.
Yeah.
My schedule simply wouldn't allow.
Yeah.
So you couldn't take the PJ to the island? You had to get your own transportation? What a hardship.
Mm-hmm.
That's your alibi.
There was a witness there, Johanna Stolberg, who says that you did visit the house in that month.
I probably did. I don't think on one of the weird things, I was staying with the because of what I was doing, I was staying with the Consul General, which is
because of what you were doing.
Look, but he's trying to say, look, I was just down the street, dude. I was just down the street. Nothing to worry about because I was staying with the you see, you're getting it all wrong. You're getting it all wrong.
All wrong. Let me, is it my, look, I live in a neighborhood.
Wait, but the video shows him like escorting a very young looking girl out of Epstein's house.
I remember this video. I remember it.
So this is what he's describing, right?
Well, let me say this. I live in a neighborhood. If my neighbors next to me have a party and something happens in that party, am I guilty because I live next door? That's literally what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Although I live next door and there are photographs of me at the party, I maintain I only live next door. I didn't attend that bitch ass party, okay? I didn't go. I didn't have the fucking time of my life and ended up on the floor.
Oh, I just snorted.
It's all right. I like it.
You did visit the house in that month.
I probably did. I don't think on one of the weird things, I was staying with the because of what I was doing. I was staying with the Consul General, which is further down the street on Fifth. So I wasn't staying there. I may have visited, but no, definitely no activity.
Because in a legal deposition, 2015.
What kind of activity? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
She said she had sex with you 3 times.
That
Once
kind
in
of
London
activity?
House, when she was trafficked to you in Maxwell's house.
Yes.
Once in New York, a month or so later at Epstein's mansion, and once on his private island in a group of 7 or 8 other girls.
No.
No to all of it.
Absolutely no to all of it.
He
I'm a
sounds
more
like
seasoned tequila drinker.
he sounded like that guy from what's his name, Simon Cowell, from American Idol or whatever it was. That was absolutely atrocious.
I mean, look, look, maybe I dropped by and chilled with my homie for like a minute. Okay.
Just a couple of pimps, no hoes.
But it wasn't like I stayed there. Like, you won't find the DNA from sweat because I don't have sweat glands. But you won't find those on the sheets because I don't sweat. And I also wasn't there. God. Stop talking, Andrew.
We wonder exactly the same, but I have no idea.
You have questions. I have the same questions. I know that I'm supposed to be telling you what I know, but I don't know these things. We all have questions. What else you got?
US deposition. Are you saying you don't believe her? She's lying.
So she's basically saying, "Come on, bitch, say it."
Yeah.
So say it. Say the word.
Exactly.
Because
Don't mealy mouth around this. If she's lying, say it outright. Say it with your chest, Andrew.
because Virginia Giuffre is how you pronounce it, I think, is her legal team was like probably waiting. Come on, Andy. Come on. Come on, Andy. I see you sweating. Come on, Andy.
That Botox is starting to wear off.
Yes, say my name 3 times. See what happens, Andy. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. That reminds me of that. Reminds me of that song. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Can you imagine him?
I thought you were just gonna say that reminds me of that song. Shot, 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 shot. Everybody.
No, Andy's like, turn down for what?
He probably does sing along, and he's all proper about it. Turn down for what?
I can't.
I can't.
But I can't. Oh, he would love our song.
We need to add his. I can't end there. We need to turn it into a slow jam. I can't.
Oh my God. I woke my mother up. She's going to tell me.
Oh gosh, we're in trouble now.
She's going to tell me, fuck you.
Are you normal?
Are you normal?
I told you to stop hanging out with that Jen. She's no good. Now she's got you laughing and waking people up.
Huh? I gotta ex Michelle.
You're in trouble.
She said that her stomach hurts. All right, let's come on.
Hey,
Prince.
maybe we should ask who held the candle and played the music.
What?
Who held the candle and played the music?
Oh, so I'm gonna tell my mom what I did. Let's see.
Okay.
Mama. So Jen and I are live on YouTube. Understand?
Don't say anything crazy.
Yes. And I played the clips. Oh no, are you normal? I tebe i Sofiju.
Why are you laughing for, Peter? Who gave to this guy my phone number? Okay. No, why are you laughing for?
Oh God.
She's the best.
Oh, all right. Oh my God. She just retold the whole story. That
she's the best.
I know. I didn't know. Oh, Stella's up in here trying to snitch my mom's snack. Okay, well let's go.
Okay.
Answer, because I'm not in a position to.
Yeah, we're completely normal over here.
Mm-hmm.
She's telling me about another friend that she did this to. I can't. She did it to another friend.
It's her laugh when she's telling you about it that's getting to me. Like
I'm crying.
It's reliving it and cracking up like we do when we're on the phone.
I'm crying. Oh my God. She did it to another friend and it was a different prank call. It wasn't the car one. It was a 20 pizza delivery. Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. Whew, I'm thinking it's been 2 hours. What do you think we leave the last part for part 2?
Yeah, let's do the last part because we're never gonna make it.
Yeah, we need more of this.
Yes, we do.
So I think it would be a good place to stop because I already woke my mom all the way up. So.
Oh, you're going to be in trouble. And just before we go, I want to thank the person that sent me a donation to the PayPal and thanked me for the research on the West Memphis story. Thank you very much. That was really sweet of you. And I'm glad that you appreciated it. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
My mom is yawning. She's like, oh, like, that's a hint.
Am I boring you?
No, not boring. It was because I said I woke her all the way up. So she's like, oh.
Oh, you guys are
God.
clowns.
All right. Well, yes. Thank you guys so much for being here with us tonight. I'm crying. This was so much fun.
It was. It was.
I'm glad there will be a part 2. This guy is just, I can't.
I know we need to just say goodnight.
Yeah. All right. Well, good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank